Is Victoria 3 any good? Yes. Unless you enjoy battles, then no. Like Victoria 3 itself, it is complicated. Victoria 3 is the highly anticipated sequel to Victoria 2, developed by Paradox Interactive, that had been long awaited by fans of the series. Set in the Victorian era, Victoria 3 offers players the opportunity to guide their nation through a tumultuous, violent period of the world's history. Its focus on economic, political, and social aspects of society and the nation in which you are playing is typical of many Paradox titles. One of the most remarkable features of Victoria 3 is the incredible attention to detail. Paradox went to great lengths to recreate the social, political, and economic landscapes of the era, providing the player with a rich and immersive experience. The game features a complex system of political factions, economic policies, and social classes. How the player manages the interaction between the three has a significant impact on the path their country takes. You can create a liberal pacifist Germany, an illiberal communist America, or a theocratic expansionist China. Really anything that you want. Your choices will reshape the entire world as it reacts to you in real time. Victoria 3 also demonstrates a major focus on international relations. Diplomacy and warfare are both crucial aspects of the game. The players must carefully balance their relationships with other nations and their desires for conquest and exploitation in order to achieve their goals. The game also offers a range of historical events and decisions that players can explore, providing a deeper understanding of the era and giving players a sense of participating in an alternate history, not just managing an economy and a warfare simulator. The learning curve in Victoria 3 is steep. Almost comically steep. Even experienced players of grand strategy games might find the volume of information that they're being asked to manage somewhat overwhelming. Unfortunately, the game's user interface is clustered and difficult to navigate. The game's detailed maps and menus can make it challenging to find the information that you need very quickly until you become better acquainted with how to navigate the myriad of menus. This slows down the gameplay and increases the game's learning curve significantly, and it could cause many players to give up on a game with an incredible amount to offer. Combat is a problem. While initially frustrating, the combat in the game makes sense after you get used to it. You assign generals to war fronts and they prosecute those wars based on a large number of variables that the players are not made directly aware of. This ends up being a major problem, as battle outcomes can be deeply counterintuitive. Even after becoming acquainted with the mechanics at play in the battle, the lack of direct input means that often the computer is making the choices for you. These choices can range from logical to magnificently stupid. The common end result of successfully advancing a front line is for your best generals to abandon it in favor of a small and inconsequential front. Additionally, supply lines, arguably the most important part of a war, are perplexing to manage if you're not acquainted with how these function and how to protect them. Lastly, the length of a front is not directly proportional to the number of engagements that are occurring on the line. A 50-mile-long front can have 3 engagements a month, while a 1,000-mile-long front can have 1 engagement. This leads to needlessly prolonged wars that run up the aggressor's attrition and the defender's war score, regardless of whose technology, troops, resources, and economy is best situated to achieve victory. This provides a massive advantage to whichever nation is best able to exploit these bad mechanics. Since its release, Paradox has been pushing towards a better combat system for Victoria 3, increasing the number of battles along the front lines as well as making what is happening in battles much easier to comprehend. But the battle system still has a long way to go and invariably turned off many of the players who had played the game at launch. Overall, Victoria 3 is a rich and engaging strategy game that'll appeal to most fans of the series. It still needs optimization to deal with late-game lag, an issue found in almost every Paradox strategy game, and its combat system needs a lot more love. However, its attention to detail, complex gameplay mechanics, and focus on international relations still make it a standout title in the strategy genre, and I would recommend it.